Hello, welcome to the Jones Zone. So, I haven't actually recorded a vlog for a while, and it just dawned on me that the one that's uploading tonight is the last one that I have scheduled. So I was like, better get some more out. So you're gonna see me in this shirt a few times. This is my nice summery shirt because the weather's nice. Yeah, I'm just going to record a few, so you're going to see a few of these where I'm wearing the same shirt. But this one, I wanted to talk about something that I think comes up quite a lot when you're a Whovian, and that is this concept of your favourite Doctor. And I always say this is like asking someone who their favourite footballer is, or who their favourite F1 driver is, or who their favourite actor is. Like it's a bit of a impossible task to just pick one. And the way I've always gone about it is I always break it down into three sections. I have my Doctor, which is the Doctor I grew up with, my favourite New Who Doctor, which is my favourite Doctor since the 2005 revival, and my favourite classic Doctor, which is all the Doctors from William Hartnell to Sylvester McCoy. And I know like Classic Who and New Who are part of the same universe, but I just think because a lot of my growing up was New Who, so I am a bit biased to it at times, even though I love Classic Who. So my Doctor, the Doctor I grew up with, was David Tennant. So I was watching the show from its initial revival in 2005 because I'd been watching some classic reruns the year before when GOLD used to be UK TV Gold. That's for any of the UK viewers of my channel, you'll know what I'm talking about. And they used to basically take one story and compile it into like one sort of like 2-hour long episode. So you'd only get one opening title sequence and one credits rather than the individual parts. So I never really knew that it was serialized till a little bit later on. And the first DVD I got, Doctor Who DVD I got, this was I think 2005 when the show had already come back. The first DVD I brought was the 5 Doctors, and then I started buying the Series 1 Volume 1, Series 1 Volume 2 DVDs. And yeah, so my Doctor was David Tennant, because we had Eccleston for a year, then Tennant took over, and Tennant basically went through my entire end to my primary school life and the start of my high school life. So he was sort of there for the majority of my growing up period. He, however, is not my favourite New Who Doctor. Because what I think when you watch Doctor Who and you become a fan of Doctor Who, what you start to realise is when you're younger, you just sort of gravitate to the ones that everybody loves. Like, people who aren't fans of Doctor Who will always say, they'll always think Doctor Who and either think David Tennant and Tom Baker. Those are the quintessential Doctors when you're thinking of the show. When you ask someone to think of like what does Doctor Who mean to you, most people would probably say, David Tennant, or with the hair and the suit, and it's because he was in that critical era of the show's revival where it had got off to a great start, and then he was in the era of propelling it, maintaining the quality and maintaining the viewership. So my favourite Doctor is actually Peter Capaldi. Despite the fact that I think the end of Moffat's era, a lot of the writing gets really, really dodgy. I think Capaldi embodies everything that the Doctor is. right from the get-go when they cast him, I was like, yes, finally an older Doctor, because I've always felt like the Doctor should feel like a grandfatherly figure, no matter the age. And I think the problem with the younger Doctors is the age does become a bit restrictive in that kind of aspect, because often the companions will start falling in love with the Doctor because the Doctor looks like an attractive young man. And you know, it's difficult to maintain that grandfatherly like role. And I think Capaldi in Series 8 really nailed it. He then unfortunately had the same issue Matt Smith had, which was his characterization in his first series was really well thought through, and then in his subsequent seasons they kind of dropped the ball a bit in areas. Capaldi got lucky because they kind of picked it up again in Series 10. In Series 10 he kind of felt again back in that grandfatherly type role. So yeah, Capaldi's my favourite Doctor because I think he just gave it like everything. No matter when the scripts were bad, he just kept giving it 110%. Because Tennant got lucky because his era there weren't many bad scripts. So Tennant was always able to give 110% because he was given a lot of really good material to work with. So yeah, so that's my favourite Doctor. And then my favourite classic Doctor, and this one might surprise a lot of Doctor Who fans, but my favourite classic Doctor is Jon Pertwee. Because I've always loved the action hero type of Doctor, and he's a grandfatherly type of character who can also beat you up with little ease. And I also love the 70s era of where the Doctor is stuck on Earth. I love him working for UNIT. I always felt like Jon Pertwee was able to be brash and come off as uncaring when he needed to, but then was also always there for his companions. And yeah, just Jon Pertwee. He is such a good Doctor. So those are my this video is probably going to be called my Doctor versus favourite Doctor. So yeah, so my Doctor, the one I grew up with, was David Tennant. My favourite New Who Doctor is Peter Capaldi, and my favourite classic Doctor is Jon Pertwee. I'd love to know if you're also a big Doctor Who fan like me, who are your favourite Doctors, or even if you don't watch the classics but you're a big fan of New who was the Doctor you started with, and who do you consider as your favourite Doctor? I'd love to hear what you all think. So yeah, leave a comment, like the video if you enjoyed this, and a subscribe would mean a lot. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.